passion meets precision. And I'm your host, Ed, diving deep into the plays, players, and stories shaping the game. And today I want to talk about Lamar Jackson, the love and hate between media and fans. And he gets both from both sides. He gets love and hate from the media, from the fans. So I think at this point in the season, and all season, made the most sense to talk about it with the draft coming up soon. Big free agent signings already happened. So the draft coming up, which I will be at from the 23rd to the 25th, so I will be there. So that'll be some good content. But Lamar Jackson, two-time MVP, been to multiple playoffs, only been to the AFC Championship game once, I think, which they lost 2 years ago. First the Chiefs, as they got to the Super Bowl and lost to my Eagles. So, and I do got the Lamar jersey on right now, one of the 4 NFL jerseys I got. Yeah, one of the 4 NFL jerseys I got. Yeah. But Lamar Jackson, the reason why I say it's a love and hate thing is because I see it within media and within the fans. So at least like one of the main things I want to get to my first point is it's too much pressure on the quarterbacks. And I've always felt that way. The quarterback can't do it all. When the Ravens signed Max Crosby, and obviously it fell through, we know that now. The Ravens signed Max Crosby, the initial thought was Lamar has to get it done. Let me ask you a question. Why does Lamar have to get it done? Because the defense improved. The defense improved on paper. Is it not up to Max Crosby to still perform the way he's done with the Raiders these last few years? Because the Raiders have been bad, but is it not on Max Crosby to perform? How does that affect what Lamar is doing? Lamar can't control his defense. The whole argument for Josh Allen was, 13 seconds his defense sold. People always talk about that. But as soon as the Ravens get a big defensive free agent, nothing big, and their biggest offensive free agent was Derrick Henry, which was a really great pickup. But they signed Max Crosby, and it's, Lamar has to get it done. But why? Is that not the Ravens have to get it done? Why is it just on Lamar when his defense improves on paper? We haven't seen it on field, and we don't know how Max Crosby is going to translate coming from Las Vegas to Baltimore. But the pressure is on Lamar Jackson because they made a big defensive signing. That don't make sense to me. Now, when they added Derrick Henry, okay, that makes sense. A running game becomes more explosive. It opens up the pass game even more. He's still giving you 4,000-yard seasons or damn near close to it. And he's a guy who is labeled as a running back, a guy who shouldn't be playing quarterback in college, something that he was told. But people still label him as a running, even though he's one of the most dynamic quarterbacks in the league. Josh Allen also has a similar play style, but Josh Allen doesn't get critique for it. They never tell Josh Allen that he should play running back. He should change his style. He never gets jokes about him being a running back, but somehow Lamar Jackson does. And Lamar, Josh Allen, they've consistently been in the MVP conversations. Neither one of them have got to a Super Bowl. And all the time, it's always an excuse for Josh Allen. But when it comes to Lamar, it's never that really. It's always let's criticize him because, the Ravens aren't getting the job done. It's all on Lamar Jackson. But if it's the Bills, we can't blame Josh Allen. The media pick and choose who they want to blame. Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow. They get all these excuses when their team loses. And then it's a problem because then people want to say, well, wins are on a quarterback stat. Or they want to attribute wins to being a quarterback stat for those quarterbacks. And be like, well, Joe Burrow, he beat Patrick Mahomes. Well, did Mahomes not also beat Burrow in the playoffs? Are they not 1-on-1 versus each other? Has Josh Allen? And plus, I really hate he beat him. Football is not a 1-on-1 sport. The quarterbacks aren't playing each other, and the quarterback can't stop the other quarterback from doing anything. They don't play defense. So I really hate that argument. It's like, but then when you get to like a Lamar or a Dak or a Jalen Hurts, it's always, it's on them. You got to put all the blame on them. A.J. Brown not succeeding like he has in the past. Let's put it on Jalen Hurts. A.J. Brown is not a Hall of Famer if he doesn't come to the Eagles. He got those all pros, but guess what? Being an Eagle, he didn't get that with the Titans. But back to Lamar. As soon as, and like I said, the Max Crosby thing fell through. But when they signed him, they was like, the pressure's on Lamar now. How? The pressure's on him because they made a big defensive signing. That don't make sense to me. And it's always people, they act like they can't throw Lamar, and it's more of specifically media, don't want to throw Lamar in certain conversations. Like they put Josh Allen, put Mahomes ahead of him. Like people who still got Mahomes, one, I respect it because Mahomes, 5 Super Bowl appearances, multiple MVPs, 3 Super Bowls. You can't argue that. It's not many quarterbacks who have beaten the Patrick Mahomes led team. So you want to keep him one for this generation? That's fine with me. I don't got no problem with it because he's already established himself as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Not the greatest, but he's definitely up there as one of the greatest all time already, and he still got plenty of years left. So respect to Mahomes because he's doing his thing. But then people they still say then it's still a good amount of fans that say Joe Burrow is better because he's more accurate, even though but Joe Burrow is also injured. People the injury thing, people talk about Lamar's injuries. Joe Burrow's injured constantly. Like Burrow gets injured more than Lamar damn near. Like it's not like I just find it crazy because it's so and I'm gonna address the love part of this later, but it's so much hate towards Lamar, whether it be it's always his fault. Uh, he's not better than this quarterback or that quarterback. So it's like it's stupid to me. Oh, the Ravens, they should probably trade Lamar. That was another conversation that came up. Why would they trade Lamar when Lamar brought them back to relevance? He helped them a lot. And then you surrounded him with these great pieces. But his best receiver is Zay Flowers. I don't think you can win a ring. I don't think you can win a Super Bowl with Zay Flowers as your one. Can he be your two and win? Possibly. I think that's more realistic. But can he be your one? Hell no. And I like Zay Flowers, but he's not a number one receiver. He should be a two. But yeah, I feel like it's a lot of hate and criticism towards Lamar, not trying to always putting losses on him, putting all the blame on him. That's the quarterback. It's just a really weird thing where it's like you got 53 guys on the field, not at once, but 53 guys play the game for each side, and it's always, oh, if you lose, that's the quarterback's fault, or it's the refs. It's nothing else. I think that's why I think Aaron Rodgers is labeled as a playoff choker, even though he's had bad special teams and bad defenses. It's like Aaron Rodgers is labeled as a playoff choker for simply not winning. When some games he's actually been really good or just solid, and his team sold them, whether it be special teams or defense. So now to address the love, not address the love side of Lamar. It is a lot of people that call him an elite quarterback, which I do think he is elite. I don't think you can put too many people in that conversation. You don't win multiple MVPs without being elite, so I don't think that's a glaze or nothing like that. Like that's pretty valid. I do think when people try to take the blame away from Lamar, that can be a bit of a problem because you got to look at it from both sides. Lamar early in his career did struggle in the playoffs during that first MVP run of the Titans game. It wasn't great. He came off the bench backing up Flacco, I think, in his rookie season. So early in his career, those first few years when he was in the playoffs, did he perform well? No. But as of recent years, he's performed a lot better. He's been solid, like the Ravens Chiefs game that could have been coached better. I do think that didn't just come down to Lamar. I think that was just wasn't bad, but it wasn't great coaching either. Like it was average. I think thought the coaching should have been better. It's like Lamar recently has improved his playoff performance and been better. Like I said, getting to an AFC championship, which was the furthest they had gotten, especially in that spot, and they lost to the Chiefs by a touchdown. He caught his own pass in a playoff game. So that's just really high IQ to do that because not many quarterbacks is thinking, oh, I'm gonna run after this catch anyways and run after this ball anyways because it's usually not throwing check down passes like that. So I do think it is an amount of people that will try to take the blame and say that oh, it's not Lamar, it is other factors like Zay Flowers' injury, Mark Andrews' drop. Like those are significant things. Like Mark Andrews' drop was crucial. Zay Flowers not being there and Zay Flowers when he is there still not showing you he can be a one. It's like it is other factors, but we do have to acknowledge it is multiple playoff games that Lamar did sell. He did choke in a few games, especially earlier in his career compared to now. So he is an improved player performer, but he's still not excellent. He's good. I say he's good, but he's not amazing. I think he's above average with his recent playoff success in the recent years. But yeah, and then he couldn't play down the stretch of this past season, the last 2-3 weeks due to injury, and he was injured on and off. And then, like I said, the defense just simply it wasn't good this year. So the defense was really bad, gave up hella points, blown multiple leads. So it's like Lamar can't control that, what the defense or the special teams does, because that's not Lamar's quarterback. It's just simply not his job. So I do. And then the point that people think he should be a 3-time MVP, Josh Allen shouldn't have any, but I disagree with that heavily. I do. Lamar wanted 2 MVPs. I definitely agree with, but Josh Allen getting his, it's so much controversy around Allen and Lamar when they won the MVPs. It's like y'all keep saying, well, he should have won this year and he should have won that year. It's like they still would have had the same amount. So I don't get why it matters. It's like I don't think you could. I don't think you should take away Josh Allen's MVP. I think he earned it. I think he more earned it the previous season than Lamar could have won it the next season. But it still would have been fine because they both played fantastic in both of those seasons. So it's like Josh Allen winning, being a one-time MVP. I'm cool with it. He might win it again. Who knows? But I don't think Lamar should be a three-time MVP. He got to earn that. I don't think he's earned that yet. So you can't take all. You can't just say none of it is Lamar's fault. But yeah, addressing the love side, it's like he shouldn't be a three-time MVP. He should be at 2 right now. I think that's where he should be. It makes the most sense. And then the MVP, and then I just addressed MVPs. Like I said, he is an elite quarterback. You don't get that. You don't win an MVP without being one of the best players in the league on a consistent basis. But you can't just put all the blame on him. But you can't take away. But you can't just try to take away blame either. Like he still deserves some blame for some of those playoff games that they did lose in the past. But also, he's not a running back. He's not that. Some media person tried to say that he wasn't quarterbacky enough. I still don't know what that means. I'm pretty sure that was racially motivated. But yeah, I'll never know what quarterbacky means. Weird word. But yeah, it's a love-hate thing between the media and fans with Lamar Jackson. Do I think he's one? He is one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I still think he's top. I think he's top 2. I still got Mahomes first because of how decorated Mahomes has been. But Lamar, he's been great. I do think the Ravens can win under Lamar, but it really comes down to how they improve that defense. Like I do think you need somebody better than Zay Flowers. I don't think you can win with Zay Flowers as your starting, as your wide receiver 1. If he was your wide receiver 2, I would have more confidence in it. And I do think that defense needs to improve. Now they'll be under a new coaching regime this year. So I do think Lamar has the talent and capabilities to win a Super Bowl. But can the Ravens surround him with enough? Has it been years where they had enough to get there? Like I said, yes. Just 2 years ago when they faced the Chiefs, like I said, I don't think the coaching was good in that game. Derrick Henry just simply didn't get enough carries. So I do think that they've had chances. But under Lamar, you still got Derrick Henry. Zay Flowers, like I said, he's a good receiver, but he's better off as a 2. So if you can keep surrounding them, get a good defense, have a solid special teams, I wouldn't be surprised. Let's say Lamar stays 3 more years in Baltimore. They got a chance in one of these next 3 years to win and go on some deep runs. We'll see what happens, but a lot of the hate he gets, I don't think it's justified. Some of the love, I just think some of it is unwarranted. A little bit of it makes sense though. But yeah, Lamar is one of the most interesting quarterbacks. I think him and Jalen Hurts two are the most interesting quarterbacks in the league to me. Especially when it comes to top 10 guys, they two are the more interesting quarterbacks when it comes to stuff like this with love and hate between media and fans. But yeah, that's my opinion on Lamar Jackson. Let me know what y'all think. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, comment your thoughts, and share for others to see.